you don't need money or your dream job or career or to live in, your dream life area, like live in your dream area, dream state, dream town, country, whatever it may be. You don't need any of this stuff that you might be thinking that you need to have a complete and successful and happy life. It's crazy how much the world has kind of dug these thoughts into our mind. And even people, you might see gurus like on YouTube who are trying to be like, oh yeah, this is how you get better in yourself and your life, and this is how you improve yourself in your life, is that you got to have your dream job, go to your dream area, live out your dream. Otherwise, you failed life. And I used to think this way too. I used to think this way, and you know what it did to me? You know what it did? It made me so ungrateful for everything I ever had. It made me so ungrateful for everything God's ever given me. To the point to where, I would think to myself, like, I hate where I'm at. I hate what I'm doing. I hate this. I hate that. And every thought was just like, oh, I hate this. It needs to be better. I hate this. It needs to be better. You know what that did to me over time? It made me this more angry, kind of miserable person. And this is the person that I used to go to this one gym, and this one trainer there would always call me the happiest kid in the gym. I'm not even kidding you. He would call me the happiest guy in the gym. And even at cause I'll go to Chick-fil-A once a week with my friends, right? And sometimes I'll go there on my own too. And a lot of the workers have gotten to know me. They call me the happiest person in the drive-thru. I'm not even making this up. If I were to go there, record this stuff right now, they'd be like, yeah, the happiest person, right? And so that's who this is coming from. Like, someone that's been called the happiest person here, the happiest person there. And because I let these thoughts get to me that, oh, I don't have enough money, or I'm not living in my dream area, or I'm not living out my dream job or my dream life or anything, that I failed my life, and now I'm just angry about it, and I hate everything else around me. I used to believe those thoughts and those lies, and that stuff made me miserable. That stuff would keep me up at night. That stuff would, take away everything that God's ever given me to be grateful for, and it would just basically be like, yeah, God, you can have it back. That was kind of my thoughts. Shame on me, man. Shame on me. And if that's something that you have been kind of stuck in, this kind of thought process of, oh, I need to have my dream job, and I need to live my dream life, and have my dream this, my dream that, in order to live a happy, successful life, it's all a lie, man. It's all a lie that you're believing yourself, and that's the kind of stuff that makes you miserable. And that's the kind of stuff that takes you away from God. You know what you really need? All that you really need? All you really need is God. It doesn't matter where you're at, where you're living, what job you're working, how much money you have. Now, of course, there's nothing wrong with wanting to get better. Like if your job is genuinely bringing you down and you know that you can find better, just go for it, man. If you know that you can do better with your money and save more money and stop spending it on random garbage, yes, you should. You should be smarter with your money. You could be smarter about life. If you're just not a big fan of the area you live in, maybe it costs too much, or maybe, there's just nothing around for you anymore. Like, there's nothing wrong with going and finding different areas, traveling to different areas, living in different areas, working different kinds of jobs, being better with your finances. Nothing wrong with this stuff. There's nothing wrong at all. In fact, it's actually good if you do better with these kind of things, because overall it'll make your life better. But what I'm trying to say is that if you think to yourself that you need to live in your exact dream spot and have your exact dream job and have this much money and have this much of that and do this and do that in order to be happy in life, and if you don't have that, then life is just meaningless, basically, and your life is just failed, then you're lying to yourself, man. You're believing these lies that someone is implanting into your brain, that the devil's keeping in your brain to make you believe it, to take you away from God. Because you know what? No matter where you're living, no matter how much money you have, no matter what job you're working, you're alive, man. You're alive. You woke up today. God has a purpose for you, a reason why you're still here on this earth. Otherwise, don't you think that he would have just taken you by now? Yeah. So there's a reason why you're on this earth, man. And you woke up today. That's beautiful enough in itself, man. It's beautiful enough in itself. It really is. And yes, I have my own goals and dreams, man. There are certain places where I want to move, or at least try to travel to. There are certain things I want to do with my life. Of course, I would love to be able to make recording videos, and not just that, but also just helping people, because I have a little community down below, right? If I can help people and make these videos and help all kinds of different people and travel around, of course I would love to do that with my life, man. That sounds beautiful. It sounds like a dream come true. But even if it doesn't end up happening, even if it doesn't, even if I don't go to my dream area or have my dream, work, or have X amount of money in the bank, like, I'm still going to be happy and grateful, man, that I'm here on this earth. I'm still going to thank God for what he has given me. Because even if I don't have a lot, I have more than I need. Even if you don't have a lot, even if you have the bare minimum, right? You have more than you need. And you know what's funny too? You know what's funny? Check this out. My family and I, we went on this little vacation about a year ago. Actually, wait, no, that was 6 months ago. Yeah, it was back for Thanksgiving time. And it was down in this, we rented a B&B, and the area around it looked really nice. But then when we got there, it was kind of beat down. Respectfully, it was kind of crappy. It was not some nice, luxurious area by any means. The house was pretty old. But you know something? That was the least luxurious vacation we ever took. Because we don't take luxury vacations by all means. But like, those places that we do go, they look like nice and clean and put together. This place was kind of dirty and beaten down and worn down. The houses were old. The neighborhood was just kind of junky and whatever, right? The places around it were kind of junky, and we didn't expect that. We didn't like really look at the area around. We just kind of winged it. We were like, oh yeah, this looks like a cool place. Let's try it out. So that was one of like the lesser luxurious vacations, if you will, that we took. And you know what's funny? That ended up being one of our most favorite vacations. I still even think back to myself, like, I would love to go spend another night in that house, even though it was kind of beat down and kind of worn down and crappy. I'd still love to go back with my family and just go explore that little town that we went to. Even though it was kind of beat down, worn down, crappy, there wasn't all that much to do. It just goes to show, man, you don't need these nice things. You don't need all this money. You don't need to, you know, and even at the time, I wasn't working my dreams. Like, yeah, I've enjoyed the job I work, and you don't want to know why? I used to not enjoy the job I worked. I used to think to myself that I need to have this job and do this kind of work to be happy. But you know what? Once I realized that was all just a lie, I've actually been enjoying this job a lot more than I ever thought I could. And now I'm nervous for the new job I'm going to be getting in the fall time. But I'm also excited because I'm like, you know what? I don't care what job I work. I don't care. Like, as long as I'm making enough money to support myself, and being smart with my money, you know, as long as I work a job that's actually like not treating me like garbage, you know, and again, it makes enough to support myself. As long as, you know, I'm in an area where, like, you know, I can survive, right? And I could be around people that I love and care about. Like, this is all the stuff that we really need. And it sounds so cheesy. Oh, it's, you know, it's about love and it's about how you look at things. But in reality, man, it really, really is. All you need in this life, man, all you need is God. That's all you need. You don't need all this. You don't need to be rich. You don't need to have a fancy house or fancy car. You don't need to, you know, have a super crazy high job title or dream career. Now, of course, if you want those things and you want to try to go after them, man, nothing wrong with that. If you want to try to get a different kind of car, or try to go to different kind of areas, or move to different kind of areas, try different kinds of jobs, by all means, like, go for it, man. Just have some fun with this life and explore and adventure around. But don't think that you have to have this and you have to have this and it has to be like this and it has to be your way. Otherwise, life is a failure, and I have nothing to be grateful for. Because you know what? Even if you have the bare minimum, that is more than you need. That's why you're alive, and that's why you're still breathing today. Because all we need is God, man. And so if you could just be grateful for the little that you might have, maybe God will bless you with more. Or maybe he won't. But maybe if you're just grateful for the little that you have, you'll realize that you don't even have little. You have a lot more than you actually need. And that you don't need that big old house or that fancy car or this dream career to be happy. You just need a better attitude. And more importantly, you just need God. That's what you really need, man. And again, yeah, go after different kinds of careers, or try different kinds of jobs, try different kinds of living areas, try having different kinds of cars. Like, go for it, man. Explore and adventure in this life, but don't think that you need certain things or to be in certain places or to have certain things in this life in order to be happy. Otherwise, life ain't worth it. It doesn't matter what you have or where you're at or how or whatever. It doesn't matter, man. As long as you are just grateful for what you have and being smart with what you have. And of course, yeah, nothing wrong with going after better, but don't think that you need it to be happy. If you need it to survive, hey, yeah, of course, go for it. But, you know, if you're thinking to yourself, like, I need to make this much money, I need to have this job title or this or that to be happy, no, man. All you need is a better attitude. Just to have a good attitude on whatever it is that you do have, and be grateful for whatever it is that you do have, even if it's very little. Because once you're grateful for having very little, you realize that it's actually a lot that you have, and all you really need is God. That is all you really need to be happy. Because like I said, man, I mean, I could have everything I ever wanted in this world, but if I didn't have God, I don't care about all that stuff. I don't care about having all my dream stuff if I didn't have God. But if I have nothing and all I have is God, if I have the bare minimum, if I got to go, you know, sleep in that crappy house or live in that crappy little neighborhood or whatever, and not crappy in like a mean way, but like a kind of worn down, beat down kind of place. If I got to go do this or that, if I got to have, you know, this certain career that's not my dream career, but like, hey, you know, it's not killing me or anything like that. Like, whatever, man, because all I need is God. As long as I got God, man, I don't care how much or how little I have, you know, as long as I got him. And we just got to have a better attitude and what it is that we do have, and be grateful for what it is that we do have, man. And we'll realize how much we actually do have. So go forth in this life, man, not believing the lies that people have told you or the devil has told you, whatever it may be. Don't believe the lies that you need this or you need that or you need to do this or you need to do that in order to be happy. By all means, explore, try different kinds of things, try different jobs, try owning different kinds of things, try maybe having different kinds of living areas or situations or different kinds of cars, whatever it is, right? If you need a new car, you got to get a new car, right? If you need a different kind of house, you need a different kind of house. If you need to move to another area, whatever, like do what you need to do, of course, to survive and thrive, absolutely, and to do better in this life, absolutely, man. Nothing wrong with trying to get better, but don't think that you need this or you need that or you need this or you need that in order to actually be happy. Because all you need to be happy and live the best life that you can is a better attitude on what it is that you do have. Be grateful for what it is that you do have. Make the most of what you do have. And most importantly, all you really need is God. Because my question to you is that if you had everything that you ever wanted in this world, but God said you can have all that, but I'm leaving you, would you still want it? Now, what if God said, you can have this and this and this? It's not that much, right? But hey, you got me. You got me. Would you rather have that? Because I know I would rather have that. If God said, yeah, you know, you get this and this and this. I know, Justin, it's not that much. But hey, you know what? You got me. You got me, man. I would be like, God, like that, you're all I need. I mean, I'm already being like that. And you know what's funny is that even though I don't have a lot now, I really don't. Not in terms of like a lot of luxurious stuff. But man, I have a lot more than I need. And I'm grateful and I'm happy. And it's all because I just decided to change my attitude about it, be grateful for what I do have, and realize that all I need is God, not all these luxurious things or you know, dream everything and I need this to be happy. No, all I ever needed was a better attitude, a more grateful attitude, and to get closer to God. And like I said, I do not have like all that much, like in terms of luxurious stuff, but I don't need it, man. I don't need it. One of the least luxurious vacations my family and I went on was one of our best ones. That's just, and that's because we spent time with each other, and I spent time with God on that vacation too. And it just really, God really showed me through that all I really need is him. And of course, the loved ones around me and to fulfill my purpose as a man. Of course, you know, we all do, but that's all we really need is him. So go forth, man. Whatever it is that you have, even if it's very little, just be grateful for it, man. Make the most of what you got. Yes, try different things in this life, explore, adventure, but just be grateful for what you got, man. And just go forth with God, realizing that you don't need this or this or this to be happy. All you need is him. And just be grateful for what you got. Be happy with what you got. Make the most of what you got, and make the most of your relationship with God. And you'll realize that he's all you ever really needed. All right, man? So go forth with that kind of attitude. And I'm telling you, nothing's going to make you happier and make your life better on a daily basis. I also have a little free community down below if you want to message me, chat with some other people, know about any of this or about God or about, you know, being a better man, anything like that, right? You go check that out if you want to. Other than that, just go forth, man. Go forth with this better attitude, and man, watch your life change. Listen, man, check this out. The best workout plan that even ChatGPT can't give you, because this one right here, this is unique. I'm not just gonna be like one of those other guys that are like, oh yeah, the best workout plan is to lift this amount and this amount of reps on this exact day, right? Look. I used to go to the gym for a while, building the kind of physique that I have, and by no means am I some Arnold Schwartz, but I mean, hey, we're pretty cut here, you know. I'm not complaining at all. I'll give myself like a Bruce Lee type of physique if I had to, you know, give myself a kind of physique. But here's the thing, right, is I used to go to the gym for years. I mean, I want to say I started going in 8th grade, and I stopped going around junior year of college, like completely stopped going. And even there was a little point between where I did half gym and half calisthenics too, and now I'm just full on calisthenics. And you know what I learned from all of this, right? Because you can build muscle with the gym or with calisthenics, or even just your own maybe kind of made up workouts. Maybe you come outside and you find a big old tree branch and you start benching it or something, you know. You could build muscle in any of these ways. And yet there are still people online that are like, oh, no, you have to do weightlifting or you have to do calisthenics. And if you don't do it, you're not going to build muscle and all this stuff, right? But there's people that have built a great amount of muscle using both strategies, right? So what is the best workout plan then? Is it gym? Is it calisthenics? Is it combining both? Is it something else? No. It depends on you. It depends on you. This is something that ChatGPT won't tell you. The best workout plan that I've realized that I could possibly have throughout all of my years of working out and building muscle is the one that you can stick with the longest and enjoy the absolute most. It sounds so basic and simple, right? But here's the thing, right? There's going to be 3 requirements to this workout plan. And if you just do it, man, you're going to build some muscle. You got to trust me on this one. It sounds so basic and simple, but when you actually understand why this is the way it is, then you'll realize, holy crap, this has been the answer I've been looking for all along. This is all I ever need. The only kind of workout plan I ever need. So check this out. 1, it has to be the one that you enjoy the most. If you enjoy weightlifting more than calisthenics, go for it. If you enjoy calisthenics more than weightlifting, go for it. It doesn't mean every day is going to be perfect and peachy and rosy. There's going to be some days where you wake up, you feel like garbage, you don't feel like doing anything. You're going to have those days. There's going to be some days where, there's been a lot of days where I didn't even feel like coming outside, but you know what's funny? Is that even on those days where I didn't feel like it, it was a lot easier for me to do it anyway, versus when I used to go to the gym, right? And at the time I was in love with the gym, but then as time went on, I started to fall out of love with it, and I just didn't enjoy it as much as I used to. And so that I started going less and less and less. And even on days where I felt motivated to work out, I found it hard to even go to the gym because I just didn't enjoy it anymore. But yet on days where I don't feel like doing calisthenics outdoors, I find it easier just to be able to do it anyway than if I were to go to the gym because I love it so much, right? So because I love doing calisthenics outdoors, whether it's in the 10-degree winter cold or the 90-degree summer heat, I have a second channel. If you want to see that, you'll get to see some raw workout footage, or even some workout montages, right? Just, hey, I put a little bit of both, but you can kind of see, like, I work out outdoors no matter what the weather is, pretty much. But I just enjoy it the most, man. So even on days where I don't feel like doing it, I still find it easier to go and do it when I don't feel like it because I love it so much, versus something that I don't like doing where I feel motivated to do it. I still find it harder to do that even though I feel motivated simply because I don't like it as much, right? So whatever workout you do, man, you gotta overall enjoy it. You might not like some parts of it, like, for example, you might not like doing legs, but because you enjoy the overall workout plan that you have, whether it be you're doing it outside, you're doing it at the gym, you're weightlifting, or doing calisthenics, or doing some other thing I haven't mentioned, right? If you enjoy the overall plan as a whole, that's what matters. Even if there's some parts you don't enjoy or some days where you don't feel like getting up, you're going to have those days. You got to enjoy the overall plan as a whole, which I do. I enjoy doing calisthenics. Yeah, I like doing upper body better than lower body, but I still enjoy the overall calisthenics outdoors as a whole, which is why I stick to this. It's been a lot easier for me to be consistent with it, and that's what's going to build you in the end, is just being consistent no matter what your workout plan is. I mean, I remember I used to go through workout plans like crazy. I tried Jeff Sides' bodybuilding plan. I tried Mo Samuel's. I tried Arnold Schwartz's. I tried this, that. I kept switching up my workout plans every 2 months. And because I just never stuck with something consistent, it held me back for a long time, and I could have been a lot farther today, but because I wasn't consistent and I just kept trying a bunch of different things. Like, there is no, people have built muscle, a really good chunk of muscle, using all sorts of different workout plans. So the workout plan that you need is the one that you, one, enjoy the most. Whether it be weightlifting, calisthenics, gym, outdoors, whatever it may be, you just got to enjoy the overall plan the most. Number two, it's got to be the plan that you can actually build muscle with. So if you enjoy doing cardio the most, like I love doing cardio, man, but I also have to do the weightlifting part because cardio isn't necessarily going to build your muscle, right? So whatever plan that you have, make sure that you're hitting these muscle groups in order to build like a full muscular physique. Make sure you're hitting chest, back, shoulders, arms, which include biceps and triceps, right? Legs, abs, calves, which is part of your legs, just the lower leg. And as a bonus, neck. Hit your neck, man. Oh, you start getting that wider neck shape, much better than having the skinny neck shape. You hit those muscle groups on a weekly basis. It doesn't have to be every day, right? It can be every other day. You can do upper body one day, then lower body another day. As long as you hit those muscle groups at least once a week and you go as hard as you can in the workout, man. I'm not talking, like a little, 2 push-ups and I'm done. No, I'm talking about, the workout can be 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes. It doesn't matter how long. It matters about how hard you push. Are you doing the maximum amount of reps that you can? Are you doing as many sets as you can till like your body's like, all right, we're done here. We're done. right? And when your body tells you you're done, don't keep trying to push yourself to the point to where you're going to hurt yourself. No, when your body's telling you, hey, I'm done, I can't push no more, hey, stop the sets. Or if you cannot do another set because you push yourself so hard, that's great. Stop the workout, right? Just do as many reps as you can, man. There is no perfect number of reps. Do as many as you can. Do the max amount of reps that you can if you want to make max progress. Do the full extension. If you're doing push-ups, I'm not talking about some little half push-ups. I'm talking about the full push-up, man. The full pull-up, the full bicep curls, whatever it is that you're doing. Do the full extension. Do as many reps as you can. Do as many sets as you can. Whether the workout lasts 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, it's not about how long. It's about how good the workout is. So yeah, on a weekly basis, make sure you're hitting all those muscle groups that I named at least once. Chest, back, shoulders, arms, which include biceps and triceps, legs, calves, abs, and as a bonus, neck. Really good. Make sure you're hitting all those muscle groups at least once a week. If you want to hit them twice, that's fine. Just make sure you're hitting them all at least once. And if you're going to do like 2 times or 3 times, make sure you're hitting them all evenly. Like, don't just hit chest and shoulders 3 times and then legs once. Because, yeah, you may think that, oh, I need to get my chest bigger right now and my legs can take some time. But then you're going to end up with a big chest and small legs. And you're not going to be happy with it. So if you're going to hit chest twice, make sure you're hitting the other muscle groups twice. If you're going to hit legs 3 times, make sure you're hitting the other muscle groups 3 times. Just hit all the muscle groups at least once and hit them evenly throughout the week. So that's number 2, is make sure you're hitting all the muscle groups that you, in order to build that muscle and whatever your workout plan may be. And number 3, it has to be the plan that you can stick with the longest. So for example, if you are really busy on Tuesday and Thursday to where you're thinking to yourself, yeah, you know, I go to school and then afterwards I go to work, you know, I should be able to get to the gym, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to get to it every week, then at least for now, just cut off Tuesday and Thursday, right? Pick the days that you know that you can get to the gym or do calisthenics or just do your workout, whatever days that you know you can get in your workouts, that you know. Oh, Justin, I don't know if I can get in my workout any day because I'm so busy. Just pick the days that you are most likely to get in your workout. If it happens to be Monday through Friday or, you know, Monday through Saturday, great. If it's just Monday, Wednesday, Friday, great. If it's just Monday and Thursday, great. Just make sure you're hitting all the muscle groups evenly throughout the week, right? So just hit half of them on Monday, half of them on Thursday. Upper body Monday, lower body Thursday, right? And then just, it has to be the days that you know that you can hit the workouts. Because if you start skipping days and stuff, like, you're gonna start throwing yourself off. You're gonna start getting inconsistent. And then before you know it, you're just gonna be like all over the place, right? It's better to have 2 consistent days a week than it is to have a week of 4 days and then a week of 2 days and a day of 3 days, and then next week is 1 day, and you're just kind of all over the place, right? You got to have that consistent schedule. Pick the days that you know that you can get in a workout, even if it's not a super long workout. It doesn't have to be a long workout. It just has to be an effective workout where you push your hardest, right? That's what matters. So the best workout plan, right, isn't mine. It's not Arnold Schwartz's. It's not Jeff Sides. It's not Mo Samuels. It's not anyone that you may have heard. It is the one that works the best for you and will get you your goals. It is the one that works best for you, that you love the most, and that will get you your goals. It's the one that works best for you, right? Picking the days that you know that you can hit the workout, number 1. Number 2, the one that you love the most, whether it be weightlifting or calisthenics or something else I haven't mentioned, and the one that'll hit you your goals, as long as you can hit all the muscle groups at least, once during the week. You're good to go, man. You're good to go. And on a daily basis too, or however much you do weightlifting, here's just a little bonus tip too, however much you do weightlifting, do that much cardio. So for example, I do the calisthenics, or even calisthenics, right? However much you do muscle building, not weightlifting. Muscle building, do that much cardio. So my workouts will be 20 to 30 minutes Sunday through Friday, right? And then I also do 20 to 30 minutes of cardio Sunday through Friday. Now what's gonna happen is that those calisthenics workout, they build the muscle, and then the cardio, it burns off the body fat. So now that's how you get like the really cut shape, right? That's how I'm able to get the really cut shape. Let me see if the sunlight does any more better than the shade for the kind of really cut shape here. But yeah, like you're gonna get cut and you're gonna get built by doing the muscle building. But if you balance it out with cardio, oh, you're gonna get some real, oh, you like my farmer's tan? You're gonna get some real like cut progress here. And again, I'm not some Arnold Schwartz. I'm not trying to be Arnold Schwartz. That's not what I'm trying to be. If that was the case, I'd be going to the gym. I'm trying to get the physique that I like the best. So that's what matters, man. That's what matters. Do you see how my workout works now? And do you see why it's so effective for me, right? It's the workout that gets me to my goals, the physique that I like the best, that helps me hit my goals. It's the, getting me the physique that I like the best. Number 2, it's the workout that I love doing the most. that also helps me to get to my goals. And number 3, it's the workout that I can stay consistent with the longest that helps me to get to my goals. Because my workouts are shorter but more intense, I'm able to do them on a daily basis, right? If they were longer, then I'd probably only be able to do them a couple or a few days a week, but they're short and intense. That's just how I roll, man. And boom, that's it. I picked the workout plan. After all this time of trying all these different workout plans, I finally got to the one that works the best for me, right? That works the best with my schedule, the one that gets me to my goals, and the one that I love the most, that I love the most, all combined into one. And that's how I've been able to stay so darn consistent and gain more progress over all this time. Whereas when I used to go to the gym, yeah, I made a lot of progress. Do not get me wrong. I made a lot of progress, and I'm grateful for what my dad's taught me, for what some other trainers have taught me in the gym. But there was a lot of times where I would just be so inconsistent. I'd be going on different days. Some weeks I'd be going a lot, some weeks not a lot. Over time, I fell in love with the gym. Then I started to fall out of love, and then things just got messy. And then before you know it, I was combining weightlifting with calisthenics. So I was just all over the place. Whereas now I'm nice and consistent, and I'm able to stick with it the longest, right? And that's how I'm able to discipline myself, because I love it so much to the point where discipline doesn't even feel that hard, as it shouldn't be. And I'm able to stay consistent without even trying, because I love it so much, and because it also helps me to hit my goals. And I picked it with the way that works with my schedule. Boom, boom, mission accomplished. That, my friend, is going to be your best shot at a workout plan that no one else can tell you. Your best workout plan is the one that works best with your schedule, that you love the most, and that helps you hit your own goals. You got to decide for yourself how you're going to put that together. But once you do, man, which is really not that hard if you just follow those 3 kind of criteria that I gave you, once you do, it's not hard, and you're going to love it the most. It's going to be so worth it, man. So that's what you want to do.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
All right, that's a wrap on that. That's a wrap on the workout. So now we'll go back to the car, do the Bible reading, and call it a day for the mission. Let's go. All right, leaving off where we left off last time at Matthew chapter 23. Then Jesus said to the crowds and to his disciples, "The teachers of the law and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. So you must be careful to do everything they tell you, but do not do what they do, for they do not practice what they preach. They tie up heavy, cumbersome loads and put them on other people's shoulders, but they themselves are not willing to lift a finger to move them. Everything they do is done for people to see. They make their phylacteries wide and the tassels on their garments long. They love the place of honor at banquets and the most important seats in the synagogues. They love to be greeted with respect in the marketplaces and be called rabbi by others. But you are not to be called a rabbi, for you have one teacher, and you are all brothers. And do not call anyone on earth father, for you have one Father, and he is in heaven. Nor are you to be called instructors, for you have one instructor, the Messiah. The greatest among you will be your servant. For those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You shut the door of the kingdom of heaven in people's faces. You yourselves do not enter, nor will you let those enter who are trying to. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You travel over land and sea to win a single convert, and when you have succeeded, you make them twice as much a child of hell as you are. Woe to you, blind guides! You say, if anyone swears by the temple, it means nothing, but anyone who swears by the gold of the temple is bound by that oath. You blind fools, which is greater, the gold or the temple that makes the gold sacred? You also say, if anyone swears by the altar, it means nothing, but anyone who swears by the gift of the altar is bound by that oath. You blind men, which is greater, the gift or the altar that makes the gift sacred? Therefore, anyone who swears by the altar swears by it and by everything on it, and anyone who swears by the temple swears by it and by the one who dwells in it. And anyone who swears by heaven swears by God's throne and by the one who sits on it. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You give a tenth of your spices, mint, dill, and cumin, but you have neglected the more important matters of the law: justice, mercy, and faithfulness. You should have practiced the latter, without neglecting the former. You blind guides, you strain out a gnat, but swallow a camel. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, and you hypocrites! You clean the outside of the cup and dish, but inside they are full of greed and self-indulgence. Blind Pharisee, first clean the inside of the cup and dish, and then the outside will be clean. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You are like the whitewashed tombs, which look beautiful on the outside, but on the inside are full of the bones of the dead and everything unclean. And that's in the same way on the outside you appear to people as righteous, but on the inside you are full of hypocrisy and wickedness. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You build tombs for your prophets and decorate the graves of the righteous, and you say, if we had lived in the days of our ancestors, we would not have taken part with them in shedding the blood of the prophets. So you testify against yourselves, so that you are the descendants of those who murdered the prophets. Go ahead then and complete what your ancestors started. You snakes, you brood of vipers, how will you escape being condemned to hell? Therefore I am sending you prophets and sages and teachers. Some of them will kill you. Some of them you will kill and crucify. Others you will flog in your synagogues and pursue from town to town. And so upon you will come all of the righteous blood that has been shed on the earth, from the blood of righteous Abel to the blood of Zechariah, son of Berechiah, whom you murdered between the temple and the altar. Truly I tell you, all will come on this generation. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, you who kill the prophets and stone those who sent to you. How often I have longed to gather your children together as a hen gathers her chicks under her wings, and you were not willing. Look, your house is left to you desolate. For I tell you, you will not see me again until you say, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Man, Jesus got angry there, man. Jesus got a little bit fired up. But you know what? Hey, it was for the right reason. He wasn't just going after people just to go after them, or because he was angry. He wasn't just taking his anger out on people just because he was angry at life or whatever, you know. He was standing up for what's right, standing up for justice, and standing up for the truth, which is what really matters in the end, man, you know. So yeah, you know, when we're angry, we got to remember not just to go and take our anger out on others, or just to, you know, let our anger control us and do things we shouldn't be doing or saying things we shouldn't be doing, right? We got to make sure we watch our mouths and watch our actions, but using that anger for good, whether it be to stand up for justice or stand up for truth like Jesus has, or, you know, just not letting your anger control you, but rather controlling your anger and then using it for good, right? Just like Jesus has. So remember, even Jesus got angry too, man. Even Jesus got angry, but difference between him and a lot of us, partially me included, if I'm just being honest here, if I'm just going to be humble, for those who are humble will be exalted, right? Yeah, I let my anger get out of control sometimes. I say and do stupid things that I regret later on. I've hurt other people because of it. I'm not proud of it, but I definitely have learned from it, and got to just continue to learn and grow as we move along in life, you know? So yeah, there's been times where I've let my anger get out of control and said and done stupid things, which I shouldn't have. I've learned from it, at least from those specific times, which I have. you know, and we just got to go forth remembering that, hey, if we're going to be angry, let us let us use it for good, if possible. You know, that's just it. That's something I can learn from Jesus from this section, along with a lot of other stuff too. You know, you could always learn from him. But yeah, all right, this has been the mission for today. So now it's your time, man. Time for you to go become the great masculine man God made us men to be. The whole point of this mission. And I will see you tomorrow to continue our mission. Peace.